Kristen Stone. I'm a realtor here in beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. But I don't just work here, I grew up here too, sailing in the gorgeous spring-fed waters just behind me of Geneva Lake. Standing out as a beacon of Geneva Lake history is the Riviera, a 1930s Italian Mediterranean revival designed by James Roy Allen as a multi-purpose lakefront pavilion to house shops, a launch for sightseeing boat tours, and dressing rooms for swimmers from the adjacent beach. Upstairs, a soaring ballroom hosted some of the biggest names of swing and jazz of the big band era. Later, in the 1970s, the ballroom was converted into a wildly successful discotheque called Top Deck, again featuring stellar talent too many to name. Top Deck closed when disco disappeared, but the dance hall didn't. In the 1980s, it was rehabbed into a wonderful event space for hosting city celebrations like Winterfest, wedding festivities, and other private functions. I'm here with Patrick Quinn. He's a local historian and certainly one of the favorite sons of Lake Geneva, having lived here his entire life. And what is your fondest memory of the Riviera?
Well, I think that would have to be the first time I can recall being in the Riviera. It was during the summer. It was a hot day in August of 1945. I was 3 years old, and my mother took me down to the Riv. We went to Dick Brady's popcorn stand in the promenade in the center part of the Riv. Got caramel corn, which was very unusual in those days. And then we walked all around the Riv. We went and talked to old Bill Colwalk, who was who managed the boat livery on the east side, and we just had a very good time there.
Do you remember, as a teenager, I'm sure your experience at the Riviera was a lot different.
Well, it was. We listened to all the great big bands from all over the country. So the most famous big bands played at the Riviera, and we would go outside because we couldn't go in it. There was a cover charge to get in, and we listened to all the music virtually every night. I recall one time that Louis Armstrong was playing there, and he came out. He took a break from between sets, and he came out, and I asked him for his autograph, and he pulled out a index card, and he signed his autograph on it. And I remember he signed it in green ink, and I still have that.
I was gonna say, do you still have
that?
Yes. Wow, what great piece of history and memory. What about later in life? Did you get an opportunity to go up and dance in the ballroom?
Well, we did. Yes, we had. We held our prom up there, high school prom, and I think it was 1960. That was my senior year, and we had class reunions there later. So I did dance in the ballroom there.
Well, what about for the future? You know that it's under renovation right now. Do you have any hopes or dreams for what that might be?
Well, I just hope that they restore it to its former glory. I know my uncle, who with my grandparents raised me, he was one of the people who built the Riviera.
Wow.
Yeah, and
wow.
So I do have a family connection with it, and I just hope that it's restored to its immaculate self.
Yes. Well, I love that you call it the Riv, and I love that you came in to talk to us.
Well, we never called it the Riviera. Everybody in town called it the Riv. Yeah.
All right, there we go. We're going to call it the Riv. Well, thank you so much, Patrick, for coming and talking to us. This was great. In fact, I'm here with Mary Sibbing, and we believe that Mary and her husband Hank were the first couple married in the ballroom at the Riviera. When was that, Mary? Tell us about it.
That was in July of 1985. Hank and I were married on a beautiful summer day in July. We were married in the ballroom, which was beautiful, facing south, so we overlooked the lake. And following the ceremony, Hank and I went out onto the veranda with our guests, and the sunset was beautiful. It was a beautiful setting for the Riviera.
Oh, I bet that was. And since that time, you had mentioned that you organized events there as well. Tell us about those.
I did. I organized high school dances when our son was in high school, and it was a great success. 4 different high school dances at the Riviera. It was a success. The kids really enjoyed it, and it was wonderful to be able to utilize the Riviera for that.
Oh, those are some lucky kids. And with the construction and renovation plans, I'm sure there'll be lots more opportunities for great, memorable events. So thanks for sharing your memories with us.
Thank you.
Once again, renovations are underway to return the Riviera to its glory and sophisticated style. Construction is set for a summer completion with an open house for the community. I hear tentative New Year's Eve celebration is planned, so stay tuned for further announcements. We hope you'll take a few minutes now to visit the city's website at cityoflakegeneva.com to answer a helpful survey. Thank you, and we'll see you at the Riviera soon.